Silly girl.
Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to another episode of the Spill Girl podcast. I am your host, Celia Bulgarelli. I just got back from Pasadena after a family wedding weekend, and I swear there is something about getting out of your normal environment that makes you realize how loud your life gets without you truly noticing. Honestly, I think I needed this trip more than I realized. Not in this like very dramatic finding myself type of way. I just think I forgot what it felt like to like actually slow down long enough to absorb moments while they were happening, which is so sad to say because most of my normal life feels so fast lately. I am constantly thinking about work, ideas, content, what's next, summer's coming along, what are the summer programming for Laking, what I forgot to answer, what I should be doing, building, what I need to be fixing, what I need to be cleaning. And I just don't know where to put my energy. Even when I am technically relaxing, my brain's been somewhere else and it's been super overstimulating. But this weekend felt so different. We stayed at the Langham in Pasadena. If you have ever been there, you know it has this like weird old world calm energy that immediately makes you want to romanticize your entire life. I felt like I was swept away. Like the second I walked in, suddenly everything just became softer. Everyone spoke softer. They walked slower. I could order a cocktail that maybe I didn't even know how to pronounce. And I just started pretending that I'm in this like movie. And honestly, I leaned in immediately because what really got me wasn't even the hotel itself. It was watching my family together during the wedding weekend. There was something just so special about weddings now. And it hits me now that I'm older. When I was younger, going to a wedding, it felt exciting, aesthetic, and fun. And they still are, don't get me wrong. But as an adult, especially once you're married yourself, have kids, and have all of these responsibilities and 1,000 moving pieces in your normal life, weddings start feeling emotional in a completely different way. This was honestly my favorite wedding I've been to because for one of the only times all year, everyone just stopped. People flying in from different places, schedules are paused, phone matters a little less. Obviously, you need to get the pictures with your family, but I'm not having to look at my phone if I don't want to. Everyone's just gathering together just to celebrate love and family and memories and time passing. And I think we sometimes underestimate how rare that actually is now. I kept having these little moments all weekend where I'd look around and realize, like, this is what life is supposed to feel like sometimes. Not all of the time, really, really busy, but I didn't have to be optimized or productive or rushed. Like, it was really, really, really nice. Like, I was just existing around my people together, my cousins talking, the moms fixing like their outfits, and like kids are running around half unsupervised, having the time of their life, thriving. And, just, it was just amazing. Someone already emotional before the ceremony started. It was just so amazing. Yeah. Anyways, one of my favorite parts of the whole trip was just watching everyone simply be together. I think adulthood can become very isolating without people realizing it, catching up with cousins and talking with, family, everyone's just busy. Everyone's overwhelmed all of the time. Everyone's trying to survive their schedules and their budgets and what they want to do with their lives so that they can work to live instead of live to work. And then suddenly you're just sitting at dinner with family members that you deeply love, just thinking like, how has it been this long since we've all slowed down together? How has it been this long since I've seen you? Like, time moves in such a strange way as an adult. Like, the years feel so fast until you're in moments like this that force you to actually notice them. And it felt like I was gone for 3 weeks. It was incredible. And maybe that's why the wedding felt a little bit more emotional, not just because of the happy couple, the beautiful couple, but because they reminded everyone that life is happening right now and not later. And there was just something so special. Not everything has to happen so fast. Not everything has to be organized. And when you are done answering every email and being your most productive self, you just have you at the end of the day. And that's amazing. And we need to appreciate that more. This trip honestly reminded me how much I've been craving presence lately. I'm not craving achievements. I'm not creating like a satisfaction or constant movement or improvement. I just want to be present. I just loved sitting outside in Pasadena weather, drinking my coffee way too slow, watching Lakin experience everything with fresh eyes. I enjoyed dressing up for dinner, laughing with my family, eating the most amazing, authentic Chinese food. And I didn't have anywhere urgent I needed to be. And there was one moment specifically that stayed with me. It was late at night after one of the events, and everyone was exhausted in the most happy way, where, your makeup's half worn off, your feet hurt from walking around the city, you know, everyone's just like dancing, having a blast. And no one has to pretend to have it together anymore. I remember just looking around thinking, like, this is the stuff people actually remember. It's not the perfectly curated moments. It's not those productive moments. It's the real, authentic, genuine moments, the messy in between, driving, trying to get wherever you need to go in LA traffic. Everyone's tired, laughing, and present. Like, that's what life is about. And I think sometimes I forget that while trying so hard to build a beautiful life, I need to focus on creating things. I don't need to overly try. I can accidentally rush past the actual feeling of living when I do that. And this week kind of snap me out of that funk I was in autopilot. And I'm just reminded that some of the best parts of life are the parts that you really just can't plan for. Like, you just can't optimize them. It's the conversations, the nostalgia, the chaos of having a big family, random stories at dinners, like just getting to know the kiddos in your family, and just watching people you love all exist in one place at the exact same time. I think that's why trips like this hit so hard emotionally when you get home, because they remind you how badly your nervous system needed softness. And I was so reminded of that this weekend. And I'm so blessed and thankful that I get to be alive and experience that and just have that softness that, I don't know, I just want more of that version in my life. And I hope to have that. And so this is just a reminder, if you have like a family function coming up or a wedding to travel to, or you're on the fence, if you're able to afford it and make the time, go, because it is just that wonderful. So I hope you guys have an amazing start to your week, and we will talk to you soon.